Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Wherever you are, remember, you have greatness inside of you. Welcome back to another Habs Daily News with the hockey coach guru, Coach Frenchy. Today, episode number 322. What do you mean, coach? First of all, guys, a new role for Carey Price. Interesting. Then we're going to consider the Montreal Canadiens Rumors. And finally, some news about the Montreal Canadiens. But before we start, we invite you, don't forget, please, to click on the likes, subscribe to the Hockey Nation Show, and leave me a comment about this episode. And let's dive in talking about my first subject of the day. My first subject of the day, guys, about the new role of Carey Price with the Montreal Canadiens. What are you talking about? First of all, guys, the NHL team, they are behind about the goalies development. They don't focusing too much how they develop the goaltender. And here, a couple of NHL facts for you guys. First of all, guys, 20% of all the goalies draft by NHL team, they only play in NHL. 20% only of them. So four of the five goalies draft are not playing in NHL. They are not developed properly. Another NHL fact, the team draft usually one goalie per draft. So every 5 years, possible they have only one goalie from their own organization. That goalie make the NHL one day for them. That's not a lot. This is a lack of the commitment by all the NHL team, I believe. Now, another NHL fact, only 2 teams in NHL have a department goalies coach. Only 2. Crazy, right? The Florida Panthers started this a couple years ago under Roberto Luongo when he decided to retire. Then the Los Angeles Kings 2 years ago with the ex-goaltender Bill Ranford, is still building that department goalies. The Florida Panthers now, they are over 3 or 4 years. They believe it will take them 5 to 7 years before they see the result of their development. And the future, in the next 5-8 years, I believe all the team in NHL are going to have a department goalies to helping them to develop better goalies in NHL. The Montreal Canadiens, their staff right now, they have 1 goalies with the Montreal Canadiens, Raymond, and they have 1 goalies with the Laval Rocket. That's it, that's all. They have 2 scouts looking for goalies and helping Neil Little and Vincent Riendo. That's it, that's all. So we talk about only 4 people develop the goaltender of the Montreal Canadiens and searching for new goaltender. I believe this is a lack of commitment, a lack of development for the Montreal Canadiens to find better goalies to become a goalie in NHL. This is something I would expect the Montreal Canadiens under Hugo are going to change very soon. And I feel for me, the Montreal Canadiens could have the right person, Carey Price. For what he accomplished in the past, for who he is right now, he has everything to fill that role for the Montreal Canadiens. First of all, guys, he's still under contract for the next 3 years. There are no rules in NHL. Don't let players not helping the team for the coaching staff. Shea Weber did last year, and Carey Price could do it with the Montreal Canadiens. And I think that would be a great way to start that department with ensure and overview everything by Carey Price. And not only coaching the goalies, but develop the department, what they have to work on, what they have the same foundation, the same language, and to build everyone. It's not easy to develop goalies. It takes really a long time to that goalie reach their full potential. I think at this moment, the Montreal Canadiens, with what they did for the last 18 months with Jeff Gordon and Ken Hughes, developed a lot of different area of the organization, the scouting, the development coaches, the analytic department, the video department coaches. I think it will be another way to have a better foundation for the goaltender inside the Montreal Canadiens to have a department goalie. And I feel like Carey Price is the right man for this department. But I would like to hear from you guys. What do you think? What do you feel? Should the Montreal Canadiens start a department goalies? And do you feel like Carey Price should be the right person to run that department during the time is under contract with the Montreal Canadiens? That's complete my first subject. Let's move on now, guys, for my second subject of the day. My second subject of the day, guys, about the Montreal Canadiens rumor. One more. Yes, the Flyers make a mega trade yesterday with two other teams, the Los Angeles Kings and the Columbus Blue Jackets. The way Daniel Briere did that trade, you can see now the Flyers are on the mode of rebuilding. And they let other team in NHL knows about they are looking to trade Carter Hart. So when I saw that, I decided to make a proposal to Daniel Briere, and we'll see if he would be agree or not. First of all, guys, Montreal Canadiens get Carter Hart. In return, they gave their first round pick from the Florida Panthers, the 31-32 overall pick in 2023. Then they trade their second round pick, 37, 2023, and the Habs prospect Riley Kidney and the goaltender Cayden Primeau. That would be my proposal for Daniel Briere. And I think that would fit very well for the Montreal Canadiens. The chance to see the 31 and 32 overall pick and the 37 to make the NHL one day are not great. Possibility make it. Secondly, Riley Kidney, we have a lot of winger now, prospect. Mézard, Farrell, Henneman, Alleman, Roy. And I think to losing Kidney is not going to be a big loss for the Montreal Canadiens. And you know, Cayden Primeau, born in Philadelphia, dad played with the Flyers. Cayden Primeau, connection with Daniel Briere. I think the fact they can't let it go, Primeau, with Carter Hart anyway, and the Montreal Canadiens organization. Now with Allen, Montembeault, and Hart, Montreal need to make another move. The next video, we're going to talk about more what could happening now with the three goaltender for the Montreal Canadiens. But I have one more question, guys, for you. First of all, do you think it's great for the Montreal Canadiens? Do you think it's good for the Flyers? Or we have a deal, both teams are really happy about that, my proposal. But who is better, Samuel Montembeault or Carter Hart? Interesting. Because you feel like Montembeault is better, or maybe you feel like Montembeault is not much behind Carter Hart. Do you feel the Montreal Canadiens should or should not trade for Carter Hart? Do you feel like with Samuel Montembeault, they already have their goaltender number one? I would like to hear from you guys. Leave me a comments about those three questions I asked you about the Montreal Canadiens rumor and about Samuel Montembeault and Carter Hart. Let's move on, guys, for my last subject of the day. Last subject of the day, guys. First of all, my last subject of the day is about the Montreal Canadiens news. Owen Beck is my news of the day. 33 overall pick in 2022 by the Montreal Canadiens. Here's the biggest problem for him. He has no choice next year. Only two options. He has to make the Montreal Canadiens roster or he's returning in OHL. He cannot play with the Laval Rocket. This is a rule between the NHL and CHL. I don't want to go deep about this. I just want to mention his only option he has Owen Beck. But we have another option. What, coach? Yes. Montreal Canadiens could loan Owen Beck to any team in any league in European. I think it would be more benefit for Owen Beck. I feel like right now he has nothing to learn more anyway in OHL. I'm not saying he's a super elite player, but the way he play, I think it would be more benefit to play at the next level if he have a chance, an opportunity to play, example, in Switzerland, Germany League, or Sweden League, or Finland League, whatever it is. I think it would be more benefit for Owen Beck. Finally, my other news we have, guys, is about an update for the NHL Combine in Buffalo by the Montreal Canadiens. Let's watching a video about the scout Ben shot round directly for the NHL Combine in Buffalo.
Hi Habs fans, this is Ben Schutron, amateur scout with the Montreal Canadiens. Our amateur scouting group is gathered in Buffalo, New York for the NHL Combine, and we're meeting all the NHL prospects for the upcoming draft. We look forward to meeting more players this afternoon and learning more about the future prospects of the Montreal Canadiens.
Here we go, guys. This is what we have today on the Montreal Canadiens news. I would like to hear from you. What do you think about Owen Beck? Is it the best option for him to return in OHL or maybe play in Europe? And finally, what do you think about the Montreal Canadiens and Combine in Buffalo? This concludes, guys, all the subject we have on this episode. That's it. That's all, my friend. Episode number 322 is over. Hopefully you enjoy it. But before we leave, we invite you, don't forget, please, to click on the like, subscribe to the Canadian Show, and leave us a comment about this episode. And, of course, we want to remind you, you have greatness inside of you. And we wish you an amazing, great, blessing day, everybody.